Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to day 15 of our challenge. So well done. We've got 2 weeks done. That's great. I hope you've been enjoying the challenge so far. I hope you've been enjoying starting off in yoga if this is, your first experience or if you're at the early stages. And as I was also saying to some students of mine and even noticing myself going through it, these videos are really useful as well if you have a regular practice or if you've got a more intermediate or advanced practice, because it kind of brings you back to the foundations, the roots, taking a little bit of extra time for breathing and centering, some meditative moments, and as well even positioning of feet, um, and some poses that at a more advanced level you are just expected to get straight into. So it's a nice kind of way to just ease you in. Okie dokie. So we'll start today in the middle of our mat and we'll start in a seated position. So comfortable seated position of your choice. I am going to come to an easy pose today. So just the cross-legged position. You can do the same, or you can sit your bum to your heels and resting your palms on your knees or on your thighs if you're sitting bum to heels. And again, just as we give ourselves a moment to settle into our space at the beginning of practice, either allowing your eyes to soften and gently close, or directing them to a point in front of you, on the wall, on the ground, or on the horizon if you're outside, trying to choose just something that isn't moving, so something that's still, and focusing your attention here. And by focusing our attention visually, we allow ourselves to come more into the feeling body and allow ourselves to focus more on our breathing, on how our body is physically feeling today. So the different sensations, whether that be in the hips, the legs, the feet, or maybe more in the upper body, the backs, shoulders, tummy, neck area, or even the head. Bringing your attention towards your breath. And becoming aware of whether it's shallow or deep today. And just noticing this. Continuing to breathe in and out. Beginning to focus that breath through the nostrils now. So by bringing it through the nostrils, it I suppose has a nice purifying effect, and as well it's warming, so we're just gradually starting to naturally build warmth within our body as we prepare to move. And as you continue to inhale and exhale at your own pace, now maybe drawing your awareness to where in particular in your body you notice that in-breath and out-breath the most. So some of us, it's very much the flow of air in the nostrils. Maybe it's the expansion and contraction in your chest. Or maybe it's the rise and fall in your abdomen. And again, placing no judgment on where, just noticing what area of the body, the breath, most strongly be felt for you. One more big deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Okay, so from here we're going to interlace our fingers, bring them behind our head, spread our arms wide, and then as we inhale we're going to draw our elbows towards each other and bow our chin to chest. Exhale nice and gently, opening those arms back out, allowing our head to rise back. And on the inhale, bowing chin to chest, bringing elbows towards each other. Exhale as we slowly rise up out, drawing our head in the direction of the ceiling as we open our elbows. Maybe pausing for a moment at the top, enjoying the stretch. And inhale as we begin to round over, drawing our elbows together, tipping chin to chest, enjoying that nice massage in our spine we're beginning to notice. On the exhale, we begin to draw our shoulders apart, tilt our head back, raise our chin towards the ceiling or the sky if we're lucky enough to be outside. And in our own time, beginning to bow chin to chest, draw elbows together. Exhale as we draw our elbows apart, raise our head towards the sky, and inhale as we come back down, elbows together, chin to chest. Exhale, drawing our elbows apart, raising our gaze towards the sky, and inhale back to center, releasing our hands from behind your neck. From here we're going to draw our left arm across our chest and we're just going to place our palm on our back. And we're going to push here just above our left elbow, push into that area, which in turn will allow our palm to come further down our back. And we're just going to hold here, enjoying that opening, breathing into the space we're creating. Maybe feeling it where our shoulder blade and our arm on the left side is connecting, maybe feeling it along our upper back. So just getting a nice stretch here in and around our upper back area. Keeping your gaze soft. Again, you can close your eyes for this one once you've got the hand position and just focus in on the breathing if that helps you. And one more time, inhale. And exhale, we release. Now from here, I'm going to draw my right arm across. I'm going to just bring that right palm to my back. Then I'm going to press in just above the right elbow with my left hand. And I'm just going to hold here as I breathe in and out. This time noticing the sensation more on the right hand side, and you might even notice the feeling going down into your mid-back region and around the central area of your spine. So again, just a nice way to wake up our spine. And once we have this position again, once we're comfortable with it, bringing your gaze to a fixed point that's not moving in front of you, just to focus your drishti, or closing your eyes if it helps you to focus on the breathing sensation. And on the exhale, releasing. From here, we're going to draw our left fingers to the left, and we're just going to reach up with our arm, and then we're going to start to lean into that left hand as we allow our body to tilt over to the left, drawing our arm overhead. So here, making sure that you're not closing like this. So you want your spine long and supported, coming out of it slightly if you do notice yourself slouching over. So you want to get a nice stretch here, a nice opening for a side body, but not at the expense of closing off your spine and your chest area. And if you feel comfortable, if you want to come a bit lower, maybe moving your hand out more and coming down onto your forearm. All the while making sure that both your sit bones are firmly planted on the ground. So if you notice that you're lifting off the ground, then again that's a good sign to just ease out. And once you have a position you're comfortable holding, just closing your eyes here, focusing in on the breathing and the sensation in your body, or fixing your gaze on a point straight ahead. And on the next inhale, coming up. So from here we'll bring our hands to our knees and we'll just take one and another and one more nice gentle shoulder roll. So again, just giving ourselves a chance to ease out the body. Again, if you need to make any adjustments as you're going, be sure to do it. There I was a little bit caught for space with the door, so I'm just moving to the left this time so that you can see the movements here. So any adjustments you need, feel free to make them. So bringing your right fingertips to the ground this time, raising your left arm, and then beginning to lean over in the direction of that right hand. Again, keeping the chest nice and open. Once you reach a point that you're comfortable with, where you feel a stretch but not a strain, then staying here, bringing your gaze forward and breathing into the sensations in your body. Remembering to keep your chest open, keep your spine supported, and make sure that your bum, your two sit bones, are in good contact with the ground. If at any point you find they're not, then as simple as coming up slightly, readjusting yourself, and then bringing your focus back, your drishti back to your point of focus, and coming back to your breathing and the sensation in your body. And on the next inhale, we reach back up into a seated position. So from here, we're going to come over to tabletop position. So we'll all meet in tabletop. And just making a nice tabletop, supported tabletop for yourself. So here we'll have our knees directly beneath our hips, hip distance apart, our wrists beneath our shoulders. And again, we'll just draw that navel in so we have a nice supported center area, a nice supported spine. Our neck is relaxed, our gaze is down. And from here, we're just going to start to warm up the legs a little bit. So we're going to draw our right leg back, pressing into the ball of our foot, keeping everything else as it is. Our gaze is down. And as we press into the ball of our foot, we feel that nice lift here. So again, just starting to build strength. Now focusing back on our breathing. And bringing our awareness to that part of the body that we're working. And one more nice inhale. And exhale. Drawing our knee back in. That was my nice little Casio here, making a little beep beep. So we're on the hour. Okay, so from here we'll just make any little readjustments we need. So we just make sure that that pelvis is nice and neutral, that we have a nice long supported spine before we move to the other side. And again, then pressing back with our left leg, pressing into the ball of our left foot, and just enjoying that nice strengthening feeling through our left leg, that nice lift. As we keep our gaze down, our neck relaxed. And draw our attention back to the breath and the sensations in our left leg. And on the next exhale, coming back to center. From here, we're going to press back into down dog. So we'll curl our toes first. Might walk our hands a couple of feet forward, keeping them shoulder distance apart. Then we'll nice and gently lift our hips, drawing them up and back, pressing through the balls of our feet, pressing through all 10 knuckles in our hands. Shoulders are down and relaxed. Dropping our head between our arms, and again, bringing that nice little bend into our knees, especially if we find our hamstrings are still a bit tight. So hopefully the last exercise has started to ease them out. Shortening your stance if you need to, or lengthening it. So depending on where your body is at today, you might need to make some adjustments once you are in your down dog. Then nice and easy, we're going to stay firm through the hands, long through the spine, as we gently start to just walk, bending and straightening our knees, side to side, nice and easy, enjoying the sensation, enjoying the little stretch we're also getting in our feet as we move from one side to the other. Maybe noticing a little stretch in our calves also. And from here, we're going to walk our hands in, walk our feet in. I'm saying hands, I'm looking at my feet as they come closer. I'm like, they're not my hands. Okay, so walking our feet in towards the center of the mat, walking our hands back to meet them, and then bringing our hands to rest on our calves, allowing our upper body to fold over our lower body as we come into a standing forward fold. Again, bringing a nice gentle bend in here, or a slightly bigger bend, so depending on if you are noticing a little bit of tightness in your hamstrings, or if you're having difficulty getting your upper body down much, there's no need to force the body into the position. It'll come over time, it really will. But if you do just want to allow yourself to come that little bit further down, a gentle bend in the knee does help. And once you come into a position you feel you can hold, your gaze is down, you come back to your breathing and enjoy this relaxing sensation, getting our heart above our head and just reversing the blood flow slightly here. One more inhale. And exhale, bring the hands to the ground. Inhale, we're going to place our hands, fingertips out in front on the mat, hands to shins or hand to thighs. And all we want here is just to encourage that nice flat back position that we have in monkey pose. So we have our legs straight in this, as straight as we can manage. And again, bring our fingertips to the mat, our shins or our thighs, our gaze is down between our hands, and just pausing here. And breathing. Noticing where in your body is working. Notice your feet making little readjustments to keep you nice and balanced. Another inhale. And exhale. From here, I'm going to step my left foot back. Oh, a little bit too close to the door. So again, you might need to make readjustments as you go. I'm going to step my left foot back and I'm going to lower my knee and shin and back of my foot to the ground. So if you have sensitive knees, you might want to put a towel or a blanket under your back knee at this stage. From here, lifting up and placing your hands on your right thigh. So your right knee is above your right ankle. And we're here in our moon salute pose. So back in moon salute, and this is a lovely, lovely stretch for our hip flexors, our psoas on our left hand side, starting to ease them out. And once you have a position you feel you can hold, you direct your gaze straight ahead. And if you want to, bring it up a notch, you can raise your hands to either side of your head. Again, making sure not to stretch up like this. You don't want to scrunch your shoulders. You don't want to add pressure there while releasing in your hips. So we're trying to keep balance in the body as we move through these poses, trying to encourage ease of movement while building strength, balance and flexibility. So with arms on either side and palms facing each other, gaze ahead, returning to the breathing. And one more inhale. And on the exhale, we lower our arms to either side of our foot. We bend into our left leg, throw our right foot back and bring our left forward. So we move on to the left hand side. So we might need to make small readjustments again. Bring our left knee above our left ankle. Bringing our hands to our left thigh. Gaze forward. This time enjoying that stretch in the right hip flexor. And you may notice that one side is tighter than the other. And again, that can just vary depending on the day and depending on the activities you've been doing and how your body's feeling. So it's just something to be aware of. Again, offering that variation for you, you can bring your arms overhead, palms facing each other, and if you like, you can bring your palms together, keeping your gaze straight forward. So again here, if your palms are together, you're just bringing those shoulders a little bit closer together. So if you find your shoulders are tight today, then it's probably nicer for you to keep your arms apart, to keep your hands apart, or even to rest your hands on your thighs. So again, just taking it to where it provides a stretch for you, but doesn't add strain or tension. Another inhale. And on the exhale, we lower our hands to either side of our front foot, bending back, bringing our left foot back and coming back to the center of our mat. So coming back into our seated position, bringing our hands to heart center, bowing your head to our heart. Nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Another deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And the last time, nice deep inhale through the nose and big loud exhale through the mouth. Raising your head, raising your arms overhead, bringing your palms together as you go forward. May you have peace in your thoughts, in your words, in your heart, in your body and soul. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed today's practice, guys. Well done on completing day 15 of our beginner's challenge. If you liked it, please subscribe to the channel. There's videos going up every day. You can also find my challenge from before this, which was 10-minute stretches and easing in, that I also did 30 days of. So it could be a nice one to complement with this. Share it with friends. And if you want to follow me on social media, you'll find me at Orla Yoga on Instagram. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day.